and a lot of experience. And so when it comes time for them to perhaps join a development circle or a discussion group or a healing group, they've already had the opportunity to acquire some knowledge which will help them along their journey. And so I decided this afternoon, I'd like to share with you an example of how we can help the new inquirers using YouTube. And it recently came to my attention that there were a group of 5 young mothers, and they had each year they had a function called a Girls Only Getaway. And so they go away and they hire an Airbnb house, and that's their annual weekend away together. And it was during some fairly lengthy happy hour discussions that the subject of psychics came up, about readings. And one of the women was an atheist, one was a skeptic, and several others had an interest in psychic matters. But one of the women, who was an experienced paediatric nurse and a young mother, she said to a friend of mine, she said, look, there could be something in this psychic and medium stuff. And I don't really like the word medium stuff, but nevertheless I knew what she was getting at. But she really didn't know where to start looking. And so all of us here know the time constraints that young mothers have. And so I said, I'm going to call this young woman, this nurse, Jennifer, just for convenience. And she asked me where would be a good starting point for Jennifer. And I suggested that due to the time constraints, would she consider the idea of looking at a video? And she said yes, she'd be very happy to do that. I said you can read the books as well, of course, or you can have a combination of the videos and then read the books. But this is where things got very, 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 very interesting. I said to Jennifer, look, you're a nurse. Would you be interested in watching a YouTube video which goes for 9 minutes about 4 nurses who work in a hospital sharing their stories about deathbed visions? And she turns around and says, yes, she's happy to do that. She said, I can watch the 9-minute video whilst the children are asleep in the afternoon. And I asked Jennifer if she would be willing to give me some feedback. And I asked her these 3 questions. These are the questions that I'm looking for some feedback from. Did she feel the video was legitimate or a fake? Was the terminology in the video, was that normal hospital terminology? And thirdly, were the experiences that were talked about in the video plausible? And so I'd like to just share with you the name of the video. It's only had 2.8 million hits. And the name of the video is Deathbed Visions, Hospice Nurses Share Their Stories. And I thought to myself, 2.8 million hits would seem to authenticate that there was a lot of value in the video. So then Jennifer reported back to me. She said, yes, she said she felt that it was legitimate. And as a result of the video, and because she'd never been in a spiritualist church or been to see a medium, she said, look, I might be interested in visiting a YouTube site and observing a medium giving readings from a platform. And so in due course, I'll be recommending some videos to her. But what was interesting was that as a paediatric nurse, Jennifer has witnessed and had experience with children transgressing to the spirit world while she was very young, or while they were very young at least. And she's wondered at times, was death really the end? So as you can see from this example, the YouTube videos, particularly when we can't get to see churches other than the VSU online service, we're really planting seeds of interest within people. And the other thing is that the videos can always be replayed frequently. And in addition to that, she has shown her friends several times the video, and they've expressed some interest. So, as you can see, new inquirers, if they know that they can access quality videos to provide them with knowledge and opportunities to spread our philosophy, those people are eventually going to come to our churches. On YouTube, there's a large number of videos on the subject of near-death experiences. And this is where science comes in as well, because I believe that we're moving towards a connection where there's going to be science and spirituality is going to come together. And so can I just share with you an example of what the science people are doing? And they're experimenting, and this NDE area is quite a new area of research for them. And so I was reading about how in an operating room, they erected a shelf 9 inches below the ceiling. And on the shelf, they put these words, dog, cat, and then a picture of a fish. And the reason why they did that is because from a science point of view, if a person who's having surgery or having surgery or a life-threatening accident, if in fact their spirit leaves their body and can observe and watch what is happening, then that adds argument to the situation that we have 2 separate bodies. The near-death experiences occur, as you know, when a person's spirit leaves their physical body. So I mentioned to several people, would you be interested in having a look at the NDEs? And they were very, very interested because there's a significant number of videos. And the people who have these NDEs, and I'm aware that somebody in the audience may well have had an NDE, we're talking about doctors, surgeons, teachers, scientists, and people from a wide variety of occupations. And the particular video that I suggested to people was as follows. There was a man called Eben Alexander, who's a neurosurgeon who's written a book. And the other one is a woman called Mary Neal, who is an orthopaedic surgeon. And she's written a book also, and they've got really excellent videos. In the case of Mary Neal, she was canoeing down a river, got caught in rapids, and spent quite a lot of time unconscious until she was dragged from the water. And then she relates an excellent videos about these near-death experiences. So, and that expands the knowledge of people coming into our development circles. It gives them an awareness of the different opportunities that are available for them to acquire the knowledge. But I'd also like to share with you other videos that are available to help you. And the authors of those videos, it's a wide range of people, and it's very, very interesting. We talk about Maurice Barbanel and all the marvellous teachings of the Silver Birch philosophy, and they're there as well in video form. There's a woman called Louise Hayes who's involved with affirmations, health and spirituality. Deepak Chopra talks about life after death and the intelligence of cells. many people would have heard of Gordon Higginson, who's a brilliant UK medium. There's a lot of information about him and his evidence. Then there's a woman, Suzanne Giesman, who is a former US Navy commander, and her stepdaughter died as a result of being hit by lightning, and then she's changed her career, and now she's a very active practicing medium. So there's lots and lots of people who have written material and their videos which can supplement, in my view, and complement our understanding. The important thing that I see is along these lines. When we come in touch with a new inquirer, and it will happen, of course, when the churches reopen, do we make them aware that it's possible to supplement their teaching with letting them know of videos that are of a high quality and are aligned to our spiritualist philosophy? And the subjects that are available is, of course, the life after death, choosing our current life environment and our parents, and they've also got a philosophy on what I call where's the justice in life. And that's one of the things that a lot of the newcomers, new inquirers that I come across, they're always asking me, where's the justice in life? And I think that applies to many, many people. So I always say to them along these lines, I believe that there is two sets of laws. There's a set of laws that apply in each country, in other words, the UK, the USA, Australia, Asia, Europe, the Middle East. That's one set of laws. So if you commit an offence in one of those countries, there will be an appropriate sentence. However, the second set of laws are spiritual laws, universal laws, which is like an umbrella. So we have an umbrella sitting above, which is a spiritual set of laws, the laws of cause and effect, which sits above all the laws of the individual countries. And that expands our understanding of spirituality, and it also allows us to see that we can consider everybody's individual situation in a way, knowing that they're part of spirit. There's certain choices they made this lifetime, and that they will realise and grow as a result of expanding their knowledge. I like the helicopter view, and that is where our spirit colleagues, everybody's individual spirit colleagues have this helicopter view of us, and they're able to look at our personal conduct, our thoughts, words and deeds, and to be able to determine how they can help us to further travel along our journey. I'm aware of the online teaching facilities, and Lorraine mentioned to me recently about the online teaching of the course, and this is I think it's going to grow in the future with online teaching, and I feel here that if we can embrace the idea of helping our new inquirers, because they're searching and they're looking and they're wanting more information, and they're able to go at their own pace. And this is one of the things that this Jennifer said to me. She said, the good thing, Ray, is that I can go at my own pace. I can look things up. She said, I simply can't, I don't have the time to go and attend a development circle. But nevertheless, she's able to grow and to understand and to acquire additional information. So I'd like to leave it at that, Gayleen, and thank you for the opportunity of speaking. And I wish everybody successful viewing of the videos that help everybody along their journey. Thank you.